midweek edition of the NBA on 2K Sports. This should be an intriguing contest. This is Brian Anderson, Stan Van Gundy, and Grant Hill here with me. And in a few moments, we'll hear from our reporter, Ali LaForce. And they're dealing with 2 injuries. One of their stars out, no doubt will have an impact on this game.
2 injuries, one of their stars out. It's all about how you respond to adversity.
And the starting group for the Celtics. The perimeter pairing, it's White and Brown. Xavier Tillman is out there with Kristaps Porzingis. And it's Pritchard in at the 1 spot. And for the Knicks, they've got Josh Hart. Mikal Bridges is out there with Jalen Brunson. Then it's MP, and it's Anunoby in at the 3. Well, this has all the makings of a great game, Grant. It's a matchup between 2 Eastern Conference juggernauts.
Oh, B.A., this will be a great test for both sides. They're each loaded with talent, and I wouldn't be surprised if these teams end up meeting in the postseason.
Tip-off goes to the Celtics. Here's Pritchard. Brown with a screen. Pritchard, no good. Outside Brunson. Pass to MP. Anunoby, a screen on Porzingis. MP, the pass to Anunoby. Outside Hart. Launches a 3. Rebound Boston. White looking it over. Here's the teardrop. Good D by MP. We are all still talking MP's triple-double, Grant. A 60-20-10 game. My goodness.
Oh, as if 60 points isn't enough. MP adding in those 20 rebounds, 10 assists. Come on, B.A. That's just not fair.
And so it's Boston with it, following the bucket by the Knicks. Here's Tillman, out to the right wing. The 3, Porzingis. Again, the miss by Boston.
0 for 3 from the floor so far. Not the start they had in mind. They need to just take a breath, reset, and keep things simple.
Here's Brunson outside. Drills it from deep.
Pretty much the second Brunson gets the ball, he's into motion, and that's how it's done.
For Boston, they've gone 0 for 3 from the floor to begin this one. Here's Tillman. And it's MP with a rebound.
Yeah, a bit of a slow start here. They're 0 for 4 to begin the game.
To the middle. And it's going to be out of bounds. New York will have another go. And with the bulk of the season still ahead, let's take a look at how the power rankings are starting to come together. Taking a look at Los Angeles, they pulled themselves up to the 2nd place spot.
Seeing where the Knicks are, they're one of the top teams because they just play the game the right way. That's what's been clear early on.
And again, New York with the triple.
That's a smart shot. I love seeing MP take the 3 in that situation.
And Ali LaForce spoke with Tom Thibodeau. Ali.
We discussed Jaylen Brown and what makes him such a hard player to defend, and Coach said to me, Jaylen is a freak athlete and has become a really good shooter over time too. We can't give him clean looks, and we have to guard him closely. Let's see if the defense is up to the task.
Okay, thank you, Ali. White can't hit.
I mean, just a tough start, missing their first 5 shots.
One thing you can say about Boston, Grant, they know how to put a team together.
Yeah, the Celtics' consistency of winning is just impressive, both now and throughout their entire history. They are really the gold standard in this league, and it's mostly because of great draft picks and great trades.
And Joe Mazzulla has called timeout. He wants to review the game plan. Looking back at last season, the best when it comes to shot blocking. MP, number 1.
Even when the ball would swing away from him, he would rotate and challenge the shot.
Unfortunately for them, they're reeling at this point.
So true. Very little going their way right now at either end of the floor.
Here's Porzingis. And there's a whistle. He'll head to the line to shoot 2. It's going to be on MP.
Well, look, you want to make Porzingis work, but he's also excellent from the line, so you sort of pick your poison.
Both free throws good from Porzingis.
It's not luck that he's so steady at the line. It's through repetition and hard work.
Anunoby passes to Brunson. Now here's MP. We saw him go on a scoring rampage last game. He was unstoppable.
Well, the way MP runs screen and roll, you think he's been in this league for over a decade.
Celtics trail by 10. Pass to Tillman. White on the wing. Outside, Brown. This one for three. And it's New York with a rebound. MP's got his 5th rebound in this one. Here's Anunoby. Good work defensively by White.
Well, he's more than comfortable in the mid-range, but you can't make them all.
To the inside. Here's Porzingis. Up top, Brown. Over Anunoby. Brown can't hit. And here's New York now. They've got a 12-2 run in progress. MP finds Hart. And it's New York scoring again.
Their ball movement on this run has been tremendous. It's led to a lot of good, clean, open looks.
Oh, it's Porzingis with the jam.
Well, if Porzingis gets within arm's length of the hoop, he's not going to make many mistakes.
MP, the pass to Bridges. Back to MP. 3 shots, 3 baskets. Great efficiency so far.
They're not wasting any time putting their stamp on this game. What a start.
Yeah, but you can't let up at all. They've got a chance to put this game away early, and they should take it.
Now here's Brown. He's scoreless. Shoots over Anunoby. Brown, no good. Anunoby on the wing. MP outside. Inside. Bridges passes to MP. Back to Bridges. Outside Brunson. From deep, MP sends it home from three-point land. MP's got 10 points.
Well, when you have a guy scoring like he is, you redraw every play to be about getting him the ball.
He's a producer. It's part of their plan to get him as many touches as possible.
Here's MP following the bucket by the Celtics. Hart from long range. Cash. It's MP picking up the assist. He's got 7.
Outstanding long-range shooting here early. They already have hit multiple shots from downtown.
Back to Brown. Tillman passes to Porzingis. And that one's good. That makes him 2 for 3.
From Xavier Tillman.
And so it's Brunson with it. He brings it up for New York. They lead by 14. Their last encounter was in Boston, where they were able to handle the Celtics.
And they won that last game between these teams easily, posting a scorching hot field goal percentage.
So it's Boston now, after the basket by New York. Brown passes to Tillman. 3-pointer. Porzingis misses. New York leading by 16. And here's Brunson from the arc. And again, New York with the triple.
Wow. Some strong perimeter shooting here in the first quarter.
Bridges against White. Porzingis sets a screen. Now here's White. Defense is right there. And there's a pick. Oh, he tries a 3. The shot that time not on target. MP looking around. Pass to Brunson. Fires the 3. Knocks it down from distance.
What a way to begin this game. Dominating at both ends of the floor.
Obviously, guys, brilliant coaching, a perfect game plan.
Now here's White. Porzingis sets a screen. White can't hit.
So far this quarter, he's been out of sync and might be pressing right now.
MP drives in. Ooh, he's locked in. Dreams his 5th shot in as many attempts.
Oh, sometimes you know the contact is coming. MP not shying away at all.
And Joe Mazzulla calls timeout here. He wants to give him a breather and talk things over. And already, Coach, some teams have found their rhythm, while some others seem to be way off to start.
Well, Brian, that can be for a lot of different reasons. Maybe you've changed your system from the year before. Maybe you've changed your roster significantly. maybe you have some guys who didn't come in as ready as they could be due to conditioning or injury. Every situation, every team has a different set of challenges.
And Boston with some changes. Beasley's checked in for White, and Drew Holiday is subbed in for Pritchard. Knicks on D. Up top, Brown. Porzingis for three. Good. And Brown gets the assist. Porzingis has got 9 points.
And credit his teammates for feeding him all quarter.
From deep, MP. Boston pulls it in. They're moving on after a tough loss they took at the hands of the Pacers.
And that was a tough loss. 1 or 2 breaks go their way, and it's a totally different outcome.
Yeah, it's often a game of very slim margins, and those close losses somehow sting even more.
Here's Kolek. Here's MP. And off the front iron, and in it goes. He's got 14.
The big story thus far, how well they've shot the rock.
Holiday passes to Tillman. Back to Holiday. To the paint. And he comes up with a bucket. 1:43 left in the first quarter. And keeping us updated from the sideline, Allie LaForce.
Thanks, guys. Well, MP in their last time out against the Jazz was all business. He had an unbelievable amount of points, and he registered a triple-double, showing off all of his skills. And really, it's a game that will stand out when you look at his career, considering how absurd some of those numbers are. Guys?
Great report there, Allie. It was obvious he could do anything he wanted. A fantastic win.
Well, I'll tell you, he was enjoying himself out there, kind of like us here in the broadcast booth. And whoever was matched up against him wasn't enjoying themselves.
Yeah, well, winning is usually fun, especially when you have it going like he did.
Now here's Towns. No made baskets yet. MP against Porzingis. MP right side. 5 on the clock. Great look, but off the mark.
Well, the defense was giving him that one, but he made the shot more difficult than it needed to be. You gotta play smart.
Now here's Porzingis. He's got 9. Here's the 3. Beasley, that one's good.
You don't want to let him get into a rhythm from out there.
Now 8 seconds separating the 2 clocks. Pass to MP. Puts up a 3. Knocks down the long J.
You can't help but look toward their defense. They're totally lost.
Now here's Brown. He's closely guarded. No good with the triple.
All right, I'm just going to say it. He's 0 for the game. Might be time to stop shooting the ball.
Oh, and the dunk by MP.
For a center, he's maybe undersized, but his ability to get in the air to make a play balances that out.
Here's Brown. No good. Would have counted had it gone. We're at the end of the first, and what a blowout already in this one. Knicks out in front, just dominating this one. And back in a moment as we'll get underway with quarter number 2. Great to have you with us. Second quarter of basketball. Both teams making some changes here. And we'll have a timeout called by Tom Thibodeau. He's going to gather the troops and talk it over. And just over 3.5 minutes played here in the second quarter. Offensively, Karl-Anthony Towns is one of the most well-rounded big men in the league, Grant.
Yeah, maybe in league history, B.A. He's an elite three-point shooter, post scorer, and his passing is severely underrated.
First free throw is good.
Yeah, they're playing a much more physical game here in the second quarter.
That's also good. So he hits both free throws. All right, Stan, if you had it your way, who would you want to see in the dunk contest?
Well, Brian, look, I want to go back to the glory days when the most recognizable guys in the game were the ones that participated. Michael Jordan, Dominique Wilkins. I think if we could get guys like Zion Williamson, Ja Morant, that would be fantastic. But it's got to be the names out there that people know.
On the court right now for the Celtics, Pritchard and White at the 1 and the 2. Malik Beasley is out there with Kristaps Porzingis. And it's a.k.a. in at the 5.
They've shown that power inside. Their rebounding effort has been sensational.
That one falls.
Well, with his mechanics and size, when Towns spots up, it's tough to disrupt his shot.
Outside White. They set a pick. Puts up a deep 3. Nails it from 3. White's got 5 points now in the quarter.
It was a rough start for them scoring the ball, but they look like now they're really finding their rhythm and flow.
Screen by MP. Towns for 3. Nails it from beyond the arc. Towns has got 14 points.
Yeah, this quarter's all about him. He's just dominating at the offensive end.
Beasley pass to White. Now here's Porzingis. Outside White. Launches it. And it's White again missing.
Well, you can tell he thinks he should have had that one. Even harder on him when he's got a good look like that and it doesn't go down.
Oh, and the dunk by MP.
Yeah, and let me tell you guys, I've seen a lot of great players come up in this league. MP is as focused on winning as they come.
Here's Pritchard. He had 9 points in his last time out. Down low. White, good. 9 points in the game.
Much more efficient this quarter, feeling more and more confident.
MP outside. Towns on a screen. Here's MP. And a foul called on the way up. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line.
Second personal foul.
MP showing he's a force near the hoop.
These are his first free throws of the game.
At the line, 2 shots.
That one's off. Jaylen Brown, he's checked in for Boston. Drew Holiday comes in for White. So he can't get either to fall.
One of those guys who came into the league with great expectations. MP has met those and then some.
Pass to a.k.a. Outside Porzingis. It's stolen by MP. Here's Anunoby. Takes it up with both hands and rips it down.
And I think that play tells you everything you need to know. They're simply playing at a higher level, getting a steal and turning it into quick points.
Here's Pritchard to the middle. Here's a.k.a. And he takes that one up and powers it through.
He can really read the floor. Precision pass in rhythm.
Brunson passes to MP. They set the pick. Pass to Anunoby. Now MP. There's the 3. Basket is good. Off the assist from Brunson. Brunson's got 3 assists tonight.
That's his 3rd triple of the night, forcing the defense to extend out.
Here's Pritchard. Tried to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark. New York has gone 50% from the perimeter in this second, shooting 4 of 8. Yep, that one's good. MP's got 7 now in this quarter.
The assist numbers certainly stand out. They've really emphasized ball movement here today.
Porzingis with a screen on Brunson. And Pritchard, here we go. For 3, Porzingis. The rebound by MP. Now the Knicks with it. They're on a 12-4 run. The shot's good. Hart's got 9 points.
And it gets even worse for them. I mean, he just waltzes down the lane, extending their advantage. Not good.
Well, it's not going to get any easier if they can't improve their defensive intensity. They got to show some fight.
B.A., when he gets the rim in his sights, it's tough to stop.
So aggressive and a determined finisher. Nice. And the basket by Bridges.
and just executing at a high level. I mean, taking what the defense allows and putting in the work.
Yeah, come on, they're just having their way out there and continuing to press the advantage.
Here's Pritchard. Anunoby covering. 5 to shoot. Brown inside. Brunson defending.
Great effort from MP. We don't see that a ton from players his age.
Incredible. I mean, high energy in transition, just feeding the defense up the floor.
Yeah, the commitment to run is paying great dividends on the break.
So courageous, taking it right to the defender.
Boy, this dude knows how to finish in traffic. Wow. A moment to hear from Allie LaForce.
Well, after some down years in Dallas, Kristaps Porzingis said, "I really checked myself. From that point on, I started building my game back up. Sometimes when you're younger, your physical abilities might already be there, but your mental is not. Once that all clicks, that's when you've got something."
Well, that's a good way to think of it. Thanks, Allie. And Boston with some changes. Tillman comes in for a.k.a. and Derek White subbed in for Holiday. Pass to Pritchard. Here's Tillman. White, the pass to Pritchard. Again, the miss by Boston. New York has gone 50% from the perimeter in this second, shooting 4 of 8. MP right side. Here's Brunson outside. Hits the trifecta. Brunson's got 14.
Just incredible. I mean, he's really making it rain out there, knocking them down one after another.
Well, what I love about his three-point shooting is the spacing that he's adding. It makes things a lot easier for everyone else. Well, he can't buy a bucket, but it's time to find other ways to help his team win.
Back to MP. The 3. Oh, and the buzzer beater is good!
What a huge shot to beat the buzzer. My goodness.
Oh, man, that's like stealing 3 points. Big time finish to the court.
And through one half, it hasn't even been close. New York out in front, opening up a huge gap. And we'll see you back here after the break. Third quarter action in just a bit.
Hello and welcome. Before we take a look at the action from the first half, a brief overview of some upcoming games. And something out of left field for you guys.
Ernie, left field, this is not baseball. This is a basketball show.
So it's like from the backcourt, maybe like from the corner?
Okay, let me do this over, okay?
Yeah, because I'm kind of
From the opposite end. Oh, wait, we ran out of time for the segment. Can't even ask the question.
See,
Too
Kenny?
bad. Now let's talk about that first half. What an impressive performance for the Knicks.
Everything they touch on the offensive end right now is turning to goal. It makes life easy when most of your play calls are working.
Yeah, they came in with the right approach, and the execution, spectacular. Glad you could join us. Ryan Anderson and crew are ready to take it away for the start of the third quarter.
Just about ready for the second half here. A big comeback is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. Hey, you look at MP in this game, he's been everywhere.
He's been on a tear so far, throwing down some vicious dunks. I was a little worried for the rim in the first half.
Well, as a defense, you can't allow him that much room in the post. That's just asking for trouble.
And so it's Brunson with it. He brings it up for the New York Knicks. Looking ahead to their next one, playing at Phoenix. They'll match up against the Suns. It's a quick turnaround on the road, just one game. They've got MP, Jalen Brunson is out there with a.k.a. Bridges. Then it's Josh Hart, and it's Anunoby in at the small forward position. That's the 5 for New York right now. Tillman passes to Brown. Porzingis sets a screen. Lets it go from deep. And Brown gets the 3. Brown's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. To the inside, MP. And that one good.
Well, they have leaned on him offensively with good reason. Efficiency will help you win a lot of games.
So it's Boston now. About a minute played here in the second half. Here's Brown. And the jam by Brown.
Well, check out Brown getting flashy. That'll get him fired up.
Impressive looks on the AT&T 5G Slam Cam. This is why you want ball movement and player movement.
And that's made it hard for the defense to key in on any one individual.
Hart from long range. It's rebounded by Jalen Brown.
Finding space on the perimeter, but he couldn't capitalize.
And you look at Jalen Brown, Grant. Not many wings have the strength he has.
Yeah, Jalen Brown could dunk over a brick wall, and he could dunk through a brick wall, too. It's just so hard to move him off his path when he's on his way to the rim.
Porzingis against MP. Kicks it out to Anunoby. And it's going to be a 3-second call.
Celtics ball.
The 2K leaderboard highlighting last season's assist leaders. MP, number 1.
It was a virtuoso performance. They ran the offense through him time and time again.
For Boston, they've gone 3 of 3 in the second half. Oh, it's Porzingis with the jam.
Well, he's called the unicorn for a reason. Porzingis doing unicorn-type things tonight.
Brunson passes to MP. Basket is good. Off the assist from Brunson. Brunson's got his 5th assist in this one.
And making 3 of their first 4 shots in this half is a strong start. Now it's about growing that momentum.
Porzingis with a screen on Bridges. And the foul called on MP. That's his 3rd foul so far.
First team foul.
A little under 2.5 minutes gone by in the 3rd quarter. Here's Brown.
No matter what he's tried, it hasn't worked. Unfortunately, the team is suffering from that. And that's their first miss after hitting 4 in a row to start the half.
Hart with it. Now guarded by Brown. And Hart with a basket on the assist by MP. Hart's got 14.
Yeah, they've come out of the break confidently. 4 of their first 5 here to start the second half.
Tillman passes to Porzingis. And it's MP with a rebound. MP's got his 16th rebound on the night. Brunson finds MP. Fade away. Porzingis grabs the board. The Celtics have gone 4 of 6 from the floor in this 3rd quarter. Stolen by Bridges. Fast break, New York. And Anunoby gets it to go. Anunoby's gotten his 3rd basket of the night.
And guys, this is why coaches value playing with pace.
Yeah, they have made the most of their transition chances.
Brown passes to White. White with a screen on Brunson. Pritchard, no good. New York has gone 1 of 2 shooting from the perimeter since halftime. MP outside. Takes the 3. And a.k.a. Bridges picks up the foul. That's his first foul of the game. And MP good for 3.
Well, he's been nothing short of fantastic this game, and he has his team in a great spot as this thing winds down.
And for the Celtics, their shooting has been excellent in the 3rd quarter at 57%. Back to Pritchard. No good. Had a chance to end the run there. New York has gone 2 of 3 from outside so far in the third quarter. The Celtics shooting about 43% in this one. Pritchard, the pass to Tillman. Now here's Brown. Back to Tillman. Inside. Oh, got a piece of it. From 7. Again, the miss by Boston.
They are really struggling to stop this run.
Well, this is a spot where you have to be able to go to your leaders. They need to step up and make a play to turn things around.
MP shot is good.
They've been a little soft with their defense on the interior.
Knicks lead 100.
Brown against Anunoby. Porzingis with a screen on Anunoby. And here's Brown for 3. The Knicks pull it in.
Yeah, you wonder what is he thinking right now. He's not shooting the ball well, and shots like that only hurt his team more.
Oh, MP throws it down.
Okay, young man. We see you, MP. We know you for real.
Outside, Brown. Here's Tillman. Pass to White. They kick it out to Porzingis. Oh, stolen by Anunoby. All by himself. And MP gets it to go on the assist from Anunoby. MP's got 41. And so Brown will bring it up for the Boston Celtics. They host the Hawks after this one. Porzingis in the post. MP's there. MP with the block. And another fast break opportunity for the Knicks. Here we go for the finish. Oh, and the dunk by MP.
With the way he can fill it up at this age, it's scary to think how good MP might be in a few years.
The open shot, White, and he gets it to go, hitting off the back of the rim. White's got 11 points. They have really been in control of this one.
You don't want to get complacent here.
Kicks it out to Anunoby. Pass to Brunson. MP with it. Down to 5 on the shot clock. The 3 is up. And it's Tillman with a rebound. For Boston, they've gotten 5 of 12 shots to drop in the third. Outside, Brown. And Stan, the league questioning the use of load management. I know you've wondered if it can even hurt conditioning.
There's no question, Brian. Look, since the age of load management has come into the NBA, injuries are up, not down. I think players have been deconditioned, and that's even before you get into the need of guys playing together more to gain a rhythm and an on-court chemistry. You know, like actually playing basketball together.
A novel idea. Anunoby against Brown. Outside Porzingis. Back to Brown with the drive. And Brown with the stuff.
Well, that's excellent initiative by Brown. Seeing a lane open up and attacking it.
MP against Porzingis. A nice shot by MP. MP's got 45 points.
Very little resistance around the rim right now. That's the 5th straight bucket they've given up in the paint.
Porzingis passes to Pritchard. Back to Porzingis. And it's New York with a rebound. MP's got rebound number 17, if you can believe that. And it's Brunson missing.
He's as surprised as we are. Most nights, that bucket is automatic.
Trying to find a spark here.
Yes, indeed. A rough stretch offensively. They could really use a basket.
White finds Brown. Shoots over Bridges. Brown, no good. New York has gotten 2 of 4 threes to fall here in this third quarter. Brown against MP for 3. And he gets it back. Uses the glass to finish the layup. MP's got 47 points.
That's 10 straight points they've given up in the painted area.
Boston's gone 1 of 4 here in the third from range. Brown passes to Tillman, right wing. Here's the pick. Here's Pritchard. Again, the miss by Boston. Knicks shooting an out-of-this-world 77%. Here's Hart. It's good. Only a few seconds into the shot clock. Hart's got 4 points now in the quarter.
Yeah, nice pass by MP. You know, he knows how to run an offense.
Here's Porzingis. Oh, it's Porzingis with the jam.
Strong performance from him, but he may need to do even more if they're going to win this game.
From deep, MP. Again! What an avalanche!
My goodness, 50 for the game.
Just putting on a show.
Knicks lead 119-61.
Anunoby against Brown. The putback.
And he's doing things on the glass tonight that we don't often see.
Well, it's all due to his energy and effort, as well as how well he's been able to get ideal positioning on the glass.
At the end of the third quarter, a huge lead. This one may have already been decided. New York out in front, running away with it. And time for a short break. Stay right there. The fourth quarter is coming up next. And now we have a moment to reveal our State Farm assist of the game.
Now, I know he's a big man, but he's got some point guard in him if he's making passes like this.
Yeah, well, this is the diversification of positions in this league. Everyone does everything now.
And as we head into the... Making a switch here. MP's checked in.
Get in there. What's up, coach?
Well, the Celtics shooting around 30% since the fourth quarter got underway. On the floor for Boston. The perimeter pairing, it's White and Brown. Then it's Xavier Tillman. Then there's Peyton Pritchard. And it's a.k.a. in at the center position. And there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
Just such a terrific dunker.
Man, born to fly, that's for sure. And here's MP. There's the drive. And yes, another basket.
That's 52 points for him.
Making it all look too easy right now.
69.
Here's Pritchard. To the paint. Here's Brown. MP with the block. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by MP. And we have to take another look at that block.
Yeah, what a play. I mean, that'll have the offense thinking twice about taking shots in his presence.
The Celtics making a switch here. Holiday is checked in.
Drew Holiday.
White for three. Ooh, another basket for him. He's 6 of 11 now.
Look, shooting off the catch is something White's become really good at.
Kicks it out, Towns. The three ball. Queta pulls it in. Queta's got his fourth rebound in this one. Holiday with the ball. Brown inside, covered by MP. Good D by MP.
In the second half, it seems like they've given him the green light. Might want to rethink that.
Fires top of the key, and off the left side of the rim, it swirls in for him. MP's gotten 4 this quarter.
Well, they wouldn't be in the position they're in without his contribution. He has tormented this defense tonight.
They set the pick, baseline try, and the basket by Brown.
Well, you got to know the scouting report on Brown. He's solid cashing in from the mid-range.
Towns outside. Down low. MP, the pass to Towns. And Grant, with the 65 games rule for player awards, it did seem there was a real reduction in load management.
Yeah, B.A., and I liked it. The stars played more early on, but we also saw a lot of them get banged up by the playoffs. So it seems there's still a balance to be struck.
Pass to Tillman, back to Holiday. Here's Brown. Another miss by Brown. And the Knicks shooting just 28% during this fourth quarter. Took the opportunity when he saw it.
They are unconscious from outside. And so far, the defense has had no answer.
Look, when the three is falling like this, there's not a whole lot you can do defensively.
Holiday looking for an opening. Pass to Tillman. Just 5 to shoot. Late clock. The Celtics got to hurry here. Off target from outside. And New York shooting 67% for the game. Just outstanding. Kicks it out Towns. From downtown. And again, New York with the triple.
Man, they're having a hard time defending the triple. That's 3 in a row.
And for the Celtics, they're shooting only 39% so far in the game. Pass to Tillman. Offensive struggles continue. Missing again. MP right side. Grant, some rookies come into the league with a ton of hype. You've lived through that. How does it affect a young player?
Well, B.A., it can be overwhelming, and certainly it's a lot to endure. You're the focus of so much attention, and there are so many expectations. And with all the media these days, it's even more magnified and intense.
Holiday passes to White. And there's the lob. Outside McBride. And that one drops for him.
And it hasn't just been their stellar offense. Their defense has been effective as well.
Great example of how to build a lead and then sustain it. You win games on both ends of the floor.
Back to Brown. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
Look, Brown's a great athlete. I love to see him work inside.
MP, the pass to Towns. Fast break. Here come the Celtics. And the big dunk at the end of the break.
And that was a case of great anticipation skills on defense, sparking the transition game.
Well, as a coach, you're always telling your guys to play hard. That's what we need.
MP shot is good.
They're really employing a deep range initiative here in the fourth, and it's working.
Yeah, it's always a little risky to lean this hard on the three-point shot. But when you're knocking them down, you might as well keep riding.
The rebounding numbers make it obvious why they're in front.
Well, the rebounding battle tells the story. There's a big gap between them right now.
And what a complete performance we saw from them. A dominant win in every way for the Knicks.
And good. There's another.
A 60-piece. Oh, my goodness. And it's not his first of the year.
Well, he's tied for the 4th most 60-point games during a single season. It's incredible. All right, Stan, what's one rule you'd change if you could be commissioner for a day?
Well, first thing I want to know, Brian, if I get to be commissioner for the day, for that day, do I get Adam Silver's salary?
100%.
Brian, I'd get rid of all the replays.
All the replays. No more reviews. Human factor.
No reviews, no challenges. Let's play the game and keep the flow of the game going.
Can't hit that one. Good D by Porzingis. And so it's White with it. He brings it up for the Boston Celtics. Pritchard, the pass to White. Tillman with a screen. Pass to Brown. Now here's Porzingis. Covered by MP.
On the offensive end, Porzingis has been so dialed in, making the most of every scoring opportunity he gets.
MP, the pass to Towns. And here's MP. From behind the arc. The three. Pure from three-point range.
Impressive job by this team. And you really can't discount the impact of this crowd here.
No, I'd be lying if I said the crowd doesn't have an impact. It's certainly felt from the head coach all the way down.
And so New York takes this one by a big margin. Well, this might not have been the most competitive game we've ever seen, but you've got to appreciate their masterful performance.
And I'm sure their fans appreciated it too. We saw the outstanding defense and a loaded offensive effort. And they were just dominant out there.
Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Grant Hill, Stan Van Gundy, and Allie LaForce, this is Brian Anderson signing off.